Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to live coverage of the Apex Motor Club MX-5 Sim Racing Series. Tonight, we bring you coverage live from the virtual RedBull ring here in Austria, a track with high-speed straights, heavy braking zones, and plenty of overtaking opportunities within this 35-minute shootout here. My name is Sean Stam. Welcome in to Stam Studio Network. We're going to have a great barn burner race on our hands tonight. Practice times are very fast. Qualifying times are very similar within this open qualifying session, as well as we've got to remember, we have that competition caution about the 15th minute here tonight within the race. Welcome in, race fans. I appreciate every single one of you as we inch ever so closer to 1,000. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'm not going to count all of them, but I appreciate every single one of you. Subscriber number 868, just as important as subscriber number 1. Appreciate every single one of you joining in live, or if you're going to catch the replay of this broadcast here tonight, 2.6 mile track, or at an altitude of 2,222 feet. These enters going to be begging for some oxygen here tonight. We're going to sit at an ambient temperature of 76 degrees Fahrenheit, but the track temp at a cool, calm, and collected 65. Be careful there, drivers heading into turn 1 on these cooler tires as well as cooler brakes. We'll take a look at the starting grid here tonight, brought to you by Race to Stop Suicide. Check on your friends and family members, those and they're around you. I don't mean just a quick, hey, how's it going? I seriously mean it. Check on those around you. Have a decent conversation with them every now and then. Lucas Barnett going to slap it out there on the pole. He was a race winner a week ago from Brands Hatch. He's going to put it on the pole with a 1.48.188. Nathaniel Redmond's going to slap it out there right beside him, starting up here on the front row, putting out down a lap with a 0.2 of a second slower than Barnett. Samayo was very fast in practice. Marvin, he'll slap it there third, just 0.3 or some 3.5 tenths in there behind our pole sitter. Nico Colby is starting right there beside him. Joe Rainey, Slater Colby, Andrew Bound, Samuel Cruz, Brandon Birch, Connor T. Cunningham, Taylor Thompson, and Stone Colby rounding at the top 12. Jake Steckler, Darren Colby, Charlie Ferrer, Joey Rainey, he'll start 16th, Noah Blackwell, Andrew Hurley, Victor Ling, Jason Holcomb, Rob Sweetster, Dwight Cable, and John Mellenkopf rounding out our 23 driver grid here tonight. Got a short, sweet, and simple pace lap here before we get to some racing action here. Lucas Barnett, remember he was our race winner a week ago in the Burger King machine, that driver 108. He has the speed, he has the grip. He's going to show us all how it's done here heading into the tough, treacherous turn 1. This is a high-speed track at Red Bull Ring. We're going to bring these light horsepower as well as lightweight MX-5 machines to it here tonight. Apex Motor Club, lots of these drivers are real-life racers within the real-life Apex Motor Club out there up in Arizona. Gonna see them take it to the sim world here tonight with our drivers there alike. Here we go, race fans, get up, stand up for your life, don't give up the fight, because we are green flag racing once again here in the Apex Motor Club Sim Racing Series. We're gonna look 2 and 3 wide here heading into turn 1. Will we make it all through? Cool, calm, and collected. Gonna funnel it down there. There's contact between Marvin Samayoa. Oh no, is that Joe Rainey involved early on? It looks like Slater Colby has gone around the front bumper as well. Oh, excuse me, that's going to be Darren Colby. the inverted paint scheme of the two vehicle buyers there. Darren Colby, the father of the trio bunch there, has gone around early on. This is back out to the race lead here. Lucas Barnett continues to lead Nathaniel Redmond. Don't look now. Nico Colby starting to draw a bead for that race lead. How about Samuel Cruz? That Fendi Racing driver continues to work his way up, and then we start to look side by side right behind Samuel Cruz. That's going to be Stone Colby, Joey Rainey going at it for 6th and 7th. My goodness gracious, Joey Rainey, he's up 10 spots already just since the drop of the green flag. Quite a few incidents earlier on in this race. We'll have to take a couple replays of it here, but real quick, we're going to stick up here to the battle that starts to single file out here in front and behind of Marvin Samayoa. That was Darren Colby, who went off the front bumper of him, just not quite clear. Jake Steckler also is going to be a really big gainer here earlier on in the race. He's going to look at gaining 5 spots as we continue to not even make one lap here yet from the Red Bull Ring. Ooh, there was a little move there for Nico Colby. He's going to size him back up here heading out of turn number, I believe this is 9 and 10 coming to out of the final turns here from Red Bull Ring. There's just going to start to see the slipstream and the drafts play a really big factor here heading into turn number 1. This isn't going to be the only time I talk about it here tonight. These drivers going to have that. It's not DRS, but you can very much quite think of it just like it. You can have that speed. You have a very nice run of momentum going into not only turn 1, but the longer straightaway here heading into turn number 3, as well as you start to see him snake away in the back. Oh no, that was another driver spinning. I believe that's Dwight Cable, who's gone around early in this race. Yet driver 88. Unfortunately, he's going to lose quite a few spots. He'll fall back to right where he started. Slater Colby, unfortunately, that he's also had a little spin earlier on in the race, I do believe. Connor T. Cunningham, as well as Andrew Bound start to go at it here. Remember, Andrew, he started up here, I believe, 7th and 8th running spots. Andrew, he falls back to 15th. Again, we're going to start to take a look at some replays here at it's real quick. Nico's going to go off the track as he tries to make a run at Lucas Barnett. As real quick, how about it? Nathaniel Redmond is taking away the race lead. Here's a real quick look at Nathaniel Redmond's pass for the race lead. There you see it. We're not going to see this only once here tonight. You have, once again, that speed, the momentum of the slipstream. That'll be door quarter clear. Nice job for Redmond to the race lead. And real quick, here's a look at the start of the race. There was quite a big one there happening into turn 1 and 2. So really, the start up here is cool, calm, and collected. It's not till about mid-pack you start to look 3 and 4 wide. Darren Colby, Brandon Birch, Joe Rainey. Matter of fact, Joe Rainey's going to make it through it. Also, look at Joey Rainey. He's up there, that neon and black MX-5 machine. He makes it up through there clear. There you see right side of your screen, and we'll back this up here just in case if you missed it. Look at Marvin Samayoa. He gets shoved off of Joe Rainey's right side into the side of Slater Colby. So I was right. Slater does go around. He ends up tagging Joe Rainey as well as Andrew Bound there. That's how Andrew Bound loses quite a few spots earlier on in this race. Still looking at 3 wide back behind him here, and it starts to snowball. Oh, we're not done wrecking here. Darren Colby gets involved in it. So does Connor T. Cunningham in that John Pork machine. Speaking of old Connor T. Cunningham, he's one of our live driver cameras we're keeping an eye on here tonight. Connor, he's just sitting cool, calm, and collected, waiting until that competition caution comes out in 10 minutes' time. Slater Colby, oh, he is just locked in there. Nothing's going to distract him. Stone Colby, he's cool, calm, and collected. Stone continues to sit and 12th spots, as well as Marvin Samaya. Marvin, he's lost 4 spots since the drop of the green, but he's well within this sort of battle and train here for the race lead. Hopping on board with Marvin here. That was 100 miles an hour, trying to settle things back down to 80, trying to keep the speed and momentum here as we head back and around towards the last corner to the start-finish straight here. Nice lap time there from Marvin, as well as Jake Steckler right there behind Marvin Samayoa. Jake Steckler is going to set a purple sector that time, but right as I was talking about it, this time Stone sets the fastest lap of the session. I think we're going to start to see some patience, really. This is, yeah, you might as well be saying, what? Well, yes, for once here, we're going to start to see some patience within this Mazda MX-5 Sim Racing Series for the Apex. Oh, right as I say, oh, come on now. Nathaniel Redmond, he says, well, okay, I'm going to set the old crossover move here as Lucas Barnett tries to take it for the race lead. We're going to continue to run side by side for it as Nico Colby, he's going to have a nice run out of his front windscreen here. Let me know who you have down there in the old live YouTube chat below. Look at the speed, look at the run there from everybody that's not leading. That outside line is going to have a nice run at it, as well as Samuel Cruz is showing that he's not one to play around here tonight. 0.4 of a second separating our two front runners. Nico Colby falls back to third. Samuel Cruz continues to stalk and creep his way up to fourth. Stone's up to fifth. Joey Rainey, after gaining 10 spots in the first lap of the race, has worked his way up into P6. Here's Brandon Birch as well as Joe Rainey starting to go at it here. Joe, you got a feel for here. He started this race up in the fifth running position. Right now it's vehiclebuyers.com versus Rainey Homes Racing. That's number 36, Brandon Birch versus 17, Joe Rainey. Here comes Darren Colby. Oh boy, that Joe Rainey, he is in the vehiclebuyers.com meet of the saints right now. Got Birch up there in front, Colby up there, down there behind. Got him for the race lead, starting to heat up as well. Broil, you could call it. Here we go, looking at the back bumper of our race leader, Barnett, once again. Barnett came away and stole the show a race week ago from Brands Hatch. Nico Colby was stalking, creeping there. He took away that P2 just last lap of the race. Stone Colby took away P3. Right now, Nico Colby sits P3. Stone Colby sits P5. Joey Rainey up to P6. Marvin Taylor Thompson, Jake Steckler, Charlie Ferrier, all right there within this battle up here for the front running 10 spots right now. You can throw a blanket over each and every single one of them. Dopke, we see Melina down here joining us, as well as Moonlight Dancer. Who are we rooting on here tonight? And Marvin, of course, saying go Nico go, as well as who are we seeing? All right, we're seeing some Marvin as well as some Nico Colby fans out here tonight. Well, if you're newer here within Stam Studio Network, well, first of all, thank you. I appreciate every single one of you joining. But if you find yourself within the vertical broadcast, make sure you mosey your way on over to the horizontal one. I promise you, I don't bite here. That is where I'm also reading these live YouTube chats. As well as I appreciate every single one of you joining, as well as the league owners here tonight, Stone Colby, Slater Colby, as well as he runs really the social media down here for the MX-5 Apex Motor Club Sim Racing Series. Keep up your nice work there, Slater Colby, as well as Nico Colby. Look at him. He's running for Youth Athlete of the Year. You can vote for him, youthathleteoftheyear.org. He's got that Stam Studio Network rear bumper sticker on his Mazda MX-5, not only on the sim, but as well as real life. Nico Colby, that's going to result in about +5, 10 horsepower gain for it. But looks like Nico continues to show the patience here from Red Bull Ring. 5 minutes to go till our competition yellow. Real quick, I'm going to shoot you guys and gals to the sights and sounds here tonight from Red Bull Ring. I'll be right back with you up here in the booth. slowly crank this puppy back down. We got the battle for the lead starting to heat up here. 0.04 seconds separating these two front runners. Lucas Barnett, Nathaniel Redmond continuing to go at it here. So far, no contact between our two front runners. Nico Colby continues to stalk up these two fronts, though, as we continue to head ever so closer to the competition caution. Still looking side by side. Still, Nico Colby with his front windscreen full of this battle up here right in front, as well as now they start to run single file behind Nico. There's still so much time left in this race here. Nico Colby continues to go to school, not only in real life, but as well as on the track here tonight. Ooh, is that some side-by-side up there? Stone Colby, how about it? Stone gonna start to slice into and dice his way through the race field here tonight. Stone up to P4. Samuel Cruz is gonna fall back to P5. Taylor Thompson, we saw that little bit of a spin he went for during our crank it up session. Taylor's going to fall back to P10 as he's going to have his rear view mirror full of a hard charging Slater Colby as Slater went around lap 1 of this race. Slater's going to try to find a little bit of more positions here until that competition caution. Back once, every time I cut away from it here, boys and girls. Goodness gracious, here we go again, up here for the lead. Up to 2.5 minutes to go till it. There, Nathaniel Redmond back again to the race lead, 3:03. Lucas Barnett, really, once again, if you're just now joining us from Brands Hatch, Lucas Barnett, he won just a week ago. I believe it was the first race for the Apex American Sim Racing Series. Obviously not in real life. Lucas Barnett has raced with these guys and gals plenty of times out there on the track, but man, oh man, Lucas, he's going to have a little bit of something on his hands here tonight. Is something, I mean, aerodynamics in this draft, the slipstream. It's not all really sort of how good you're able to get on and off the brake here tonight from Red Bull Ring. You have, once again, the draft. It is about timing when and how you get that run coming to the last lap. Speaking of last lap, we are on the last lap until the competition caution. Might have to throw it just a few seconds early here so we get everybody scrunched and all bunched back up one another. Right now I'm showing Rob Sweetster right now is the only driver out, down, and around, 1 lap down. Alrighty, it'll be 30 seconds early, but it's got to happen here. Drivers, boys and girls, back them down, back them down. We're going to get these drivers all backed up here with one another. I don't think any wave rounds. Stick with us here on Stam Studio Network, and I'll be right back right before I take you through the front runners here. Nathaniel Redmond is going to take away the race lead there, just coming to the white flag of the first sort of half of this race. Lucas Barnett falls back to P2. Nico Colby continues to stalk him out there, P3. Stone's going to work his way up to P4. Samuel falls back to 5th. Marvin Samayoa works his way up to 6th. That's Joey Rainey. He's going to, after gaining 10 spots there on lap 1 of the race, Joey Rainey works his way up to 7th. Jake Steckler, Charlie Fair, Slater Colby falls back to 10th after working his way up there after his first incident on lap 1. Taylor Thompson, Andrew Bound, Joe Rainey, Darren Colby, Andrew Hurley, Brandon Birch, Connor T. Cunningham, Jason Holman, Victor Ling, Dwight Cable, Rob Sweetster, Noah Blackwell, and John Allen. R13 field here tonight. My name's Sean Stam. Thank you everybody for joining in here tonight. Stam Studio Network. I'll be right back with you up here in the booth. Alrighty, welcome back here, Stam Studio Network. We're going to try and wait on Dwight Cable to catch up here to the pack. It's going to be close here if the space car is going to be coming in or not this lap. Let's see here. Oh, they're fast-paced laps. Yep, drivers. I know that's quite a few. You got a live copy on me real quick. I feel bad if we throw the green here with Dwight trying to catch up. So gonna let Dwight catch up to the pack here as Nathaniel Redmond. He's gonna lead us to the green flag this time by. Lucas Barnett's gonna start there right beside him. Oh, Stone's calling me here. 1 second. Hey, Stone, what's up, man? Just wanted to let Dwight catch up. But all right, we'll go green this lap. All right, thank you, and good luck the rest of your race, Stone. All right, lights are off on the iRacing safety pace car. Here we go. Stone Colby made sure to let the old race control know here, and Stone, man, how about it? Stone started up back in the goodness 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Count them, 12th position. Goodness gracious. Just like just like Joey Rainey. I think it all happened lap 1 of the race there. It was a pretty much avalanche snowball effects there into turns 1, 2, and 3. Stone Colby's going to work his way up to 4 here on this race restart. He'll have Marvin Samayo on his outside right beside and behind these drivers. Samuel Cruz, Jake Steckler, Joey Rainey, Slater Colby, and Charlie Ferrier. Here we go. Let me know who you got here on this race restart. We have 15 viewers live right now on the Old Stam Studio Network. Moonlight Dancer saying RedBull gives you wings. I know who he's rooting for, and it's well, driver middle of the screen right there, Marvin. He's not only working his tires and tire temps, tire pressures as well, but you also saw some brake lights glowing. It's all down to the details here tonight within this Mazda MX-5 Apex Motor Club Sim Racing Series. Remember, lots of these drivers do some real-life racing as well as quite a few of these drivers here. So we're going to see them all take it to us here at this last second half of this race, you could call it. We're going to get to the nitty. We are going to get to the gritty. We're going to get a real nice restart here in just a few moments' time. Melina Colby saying, here we go, boys, 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 keep it up, keep it up. Well, right now, these drivers have kept up some side-by-side, some elbows out this whole race, and I know I've asked you for it once here. I have to ask you for it twice and thrice here throughout the week, because we not only have the West Coast Sim Racing League, but as well as here, the Mazda Apex Motor Club. Apex Motor Club, they race a lot more than Mazda's real life, but right now, within the sim racing world, we are racing these Mazda MX-5s here tonight. And as race fans, I ask each and every single one of you, get up, stand up for your life, don't give up the fight, because we are green flag racing once again here from the Red Bull Ring up in Austria. Looks like Nathaniel Redmond, he gets a jump on the pack here heading into turn number 1. Remember, we saw some 2 and 3 wide there on our last sort of drive-by heading into turn number 1, 2, and 3. Things look a lot more cool, calm, and collected this time by. We'll settle things back down to 2, and now we're going to have to start to funnel them down to 1 by 1 by 1. Right now, the closest side-by-side up here to the race lead, it'll be Marvin Samayo as well as Samuel Cruz. Fendi Racing versus West Coast Sim Racing, you can call it here, 97 versus 26. Samuel Cruz is going to be on the outside as they head up the hill. Can he stick on that outside? Sure he can. So can Joey Rainey there. That's that gray, black, and neon yellow MX-5 machine. As here we go, battle starting to heat up and ensue here all throughout the pack. Looks like Slater Colby, Taylor Thompson, Charlie Fair going to continue to work their way through, as well as up here through the race lead. Nathaniel Redmond continues to lead. Lucas Barnett, Nico Colby, Stone Colby, Marvin Samayo are right where they restarted this time. Hang on now to her, boys. Oh, we are not hanging on to her now, boys. That's going to be Samuel Cruz on the inside once again. Slater's going to try to make the speed and the momentum work down the outside. Doesn't look like he has what it takes to stick it around for Samuel Cruz. Samuel works his way up to 8th. Slater, oh no, big wreck there behind. Andrew Bound goes for a play in the sand there. Summer break is coming to an end here. Andrew, he's going to try to get one more play. Oh, no, Andrew, don't tell me you're going to do it. Oh, he's going to tow it into the pits. All right, back up here to the race lead. We'll take a real quick replay and see what happened to the old Dr. Andrew Bound as battle for the race lead continued to heat up and ensue into turn one. Oh, that was contact at the front bumper of Joe Rainey, the Rainey Homes Racing Machine. Out, down, and around. Andrew Bound will go here as we go once again up and through the race lead. Lucas Barnett, how about it? It has been cat and mouse throughout tonight. That's a back and forth, back and forth. There you see it, laps 7, 8, and 9. Redmond was quicker. But now looking at Barnett back to the race lead. It's Redmond's 2/10 of a second slower than 5/10 of a second slower on lap 11. Obviously lap 9, well, really 7, 8 through 9, you can't really count there as those were really the caution flag laps. I do believe, lap 9 was. So those ones you can't really count here, but as we continue, you got to count out to Nico Colby. He's continued to have patience, have the speed here tonight, is also showing the ethical wheel as he's going to try. Nope, he's going to back out of it once again. From this point on, there are no cautions. There is no strategy. It is just balls to the walls, you can call it here tonight for these racers. Darren Colby, he's going to muscle his way out and around in front of Victor Ling. Victor Ling, that's a nice paint scheme at the driver of for the 24 machine. Apex Motor Club, Stam Studio Network on the back. Hey, it's the old VL24 up there on the front honeycomb hood. This is a paint scheme that is reminiscent of Victor's real-life racing Mazda MX-5, more than that. This is reminiscent of his Radical machine that he races in real-life Apex Motor Club racing. Glad that I can try and replicate that scheme as best as I can here on the virtual world as Victor Ling works his way up and through Connor T. Cunningham. Andrew Jace Hurley, another very similar to the pink and white vehicle buyers.com machine. Andrew Jace Hurley's going to get the Barbie colors rocking here tonight. Jason Holcomb right there and P number 18. Up here to the battle for the lead once again, coming to about 11 minutes to go left in the race, but with these lap times ranging within about the 1.5 to 2 minute, or excuse me, the 1.49 minute range, it's probably looking about 10 minutes to go left in the race. For the race lead continues to heat up here. Oh, Lucas Barnett going to struggle for a little bit of grip, possibly a little bit of contact there from Nathaniel Redmond's front bumper. That's High Card Development's driver there. Nathaniel Redmond continues to stalk and creep up here for the race lead. Oh, contact there once again, but that is that's not bad contact. That is what you want there heading into that's an off of the longer straightaways here from the Red Bull ring. There you see our mascot, big old metal Red Bull. We're gonna work our way past it here. Just about 9 minutes to go left this time by Redmond. On that back bumper of Barnett, Nico Colby continues to knock on Redmond's back bumper. Stone Colby, he's right there dabbling his brakes, just trying to get enough speed and rotation and grip within his number 52 machine. Oh, this is going to get good here, boys and girls. Who do you have? Who makes it all happen here tonight? Does the teamwork make the dream work? Does Nico try to make a move down the inside that I didn't think would be there? Oh, he definitely has Nathaniel Redmond looking in his rear view mirror. Nico Colby not quite able to make the move. If these front two runners start to battle it out here, just a little bit too much though, don't quite count out third, fourth, or even fifth or sixth here out of the race win. One of the camera shots that I love here, hopping on board with Stone Colby. He is bottom left of the real life driver cameras. We've got his virtual camera on the right, and look at Lucas Barnett work the slipstream, work the draft down the back straightaway here. Lucas is trying to keep Nathaniel, Nico, and Stone, trying to take everything he can away from these drivers aerodynamically possible. Marvin Sameo, he tried to dive it down the inside of Stone. He was there for just a little bit, but Stone, he's got the ethical wheel as well. Stone not quite able to, he leaves the room for Marvin, but Marvin's not really able to make anything happen there. Here we go, side by side once again, a little bit further down the pack. This will be Joey Rainey, Jake Steckler, Samuel Cruz, Taylor Thompson as well. Samuel Cruz, Taylor, we're looking at it here. That'll be the old Vantage Racing number 13 machine for Taylor Thompson. Side by side with Fendi Racing. That's a nice pass there. Taylor up to P8. Samuel's going to fall back to 9th. Charlie is just now starting to join this battle as well as Joe Rainey. Slater Colby, he's just getting his chops a little starting to lick here tonight, because remember Slater, he had what was a nice run happening earlier in this race for the Colby Car Company, number 25 VehicleBuyers.com machine. He's going to so far really hit the virtual brick wall, not really able to work his way up in front of the 11th and 10th running spot, as he still has some real nice battling up there in front of him. Here we go, we're continuing to dwindle down to the end of it here tonight. Lucas Barnett, we saw him try to break the slipstream, try to break the draft. Well, he did just that. He may have done it just a little bit too well, because Nathaniel Redmond, Nico Colby look to make some NASCAR action work here. Nice bump and run to the race lead for Nathaniel Redmond. Nico Colby, that was some teamwork making the dream work. Stone works his way up to P3. Barnett falls to 4. Samayoa, he's going to have to make some sort of work happen here if he wants at least a final driver interview spot at this point in the race. Nico Colby, he's gone to school for too long here. He's going to have to make the inside work over Nathaniel Redmond. That was a nice pass. That was no contact. That was very good. There was a lot of room there left between Colby and Redmond. We're going to continue to settle things side by side for the race lead. And look at the slipstream. Look at the single file start to work here. Back and behind the battle for the race lead. Colby, he's going to make the outside line work. Will it transfer back into the inside here? Oh, Stone Colby, will we start to see the 3 wide? We will for the race lead. Here comes Stone. He's going to very smartly back out of it there. 3 wide at least for second place. This might get good there. It's already getting good for Stone. He's going to make a 2-for-1 pass there work. Stone, he's going to continue to stalk his little brother's rear bumper here tonight from the Red Bull Ring. Lucas Barnett once again falls back to 4th as he tries to get a little too aggressive on these passes. It could continue to try and bite Barnett's rear bumper here tonight, side by side. Once again, this is going to be Redmond. After Redmond was just battling up here for the race lead, well, no, not anymore. Redmond falls back to P4. He's going to give Barnett a shot there coming to our start-finish line. Just 6 minutes to go left into the race. Nico Colby to the race lead, but we are not done yet here, boys and girls. Oh, this is going to get good here. Stone, I think Stone's going to wait until the final lap here. We've heard it from Father Colby himself. I've seen it as well as we have seen it time and time again within these Mazda MX-5 cars. Stone, he's got patience just like one, but here comes Lucas Barnett. You try and run, you try and hide, but you just quite can't on these long straightaways from the Red Bull Ring. Nico Colby, he's going to have to start to work the slipstream, work the draft here, as he doesn't quite do it. He's going to leave the door open. That's going to be contact. We're going to trade some paint here. Lucas Barnett back up to P2, but will he have what it takes here? No, Nico, no. He's going to continue to lead this race. No, Lucas, no. He's going to continue to fall back and hold off P3 and 4. 3 wide, we'll settle it back down to 2. Once again, Barnett down into the battle for the race lead out of nowhere. I say we give old Barnett the old Cotton Eye Joe award here tonight, because where did he come from? Where did he go? Time and time again. Sure, he's been up here. Oh, Marvin Samayoa has contact with Stone Colby. Marvin straightens out Stone. Look at that. What a formula drift there for Stone. Probably not going to be too happy, but you gotta applaud there Marvin for sort of trying to straighten Stone best as out as he could after the unfortunate contact there. We'll continue to look single file here for the last 4 minutes of the race from the Red Bull Ring. Our front 2 runners are starting to run away a little bit after these front battle for the pack continues to get a little squirrely here, heading out of turn number, I believe this is 11 and 12. We're going to work our way to the start finish. Here we go again. Marvin Samayoa, he tries to make the NASCAR the blocks, you could call it, they're happening here because you have to make that slipstream. Once again, you have to make the draft. This Red Bull Ring track is so momentum oriented, you just can't quite give up that run no matter how good it is. Coming to 3.5 minutes ago this time by, with lap times ranging within the 1 minute 40-second range. This could possibly quite be it here. 2 to 3 laps to go, side by side for 4th and 5th. Single filing it out here for the race lead. Real quick, second back is starting to close in on this lead pack. What happens here tonight? Will these two front runners of Nico Colby and Lucas Barnett start to run away? Or will Marvin Samio, after creeping his way up out of nowhere, oh man, that's going to be hard to fight back of it here. Side by side for third on back. Marvin's going to get loose as a goose out of the corner here. Nico Colby continues to lead the pack here, coming to what will be 2 to 3 laps to, what will be 2 laps to go, coming to this time by Joey Rainey. He's going to have the inside. Looks like the 303 of Nathaniel Redmond's going to have the outside this time by Joey Rainey. Nice inside for 2 by 2, or excuse me, 2 corners at a time. Will we see it work as it'll snake back into the out? Single crossover move here from Marvin Samayoa. Marvin tries to hold off that final driver interview spot here. Ooh, things are going to get tight. Thankfully so, the 303 backs out of it here. Marvin sends it down the inside. He's so far got the final driver interview spot solidified from here on out, but this is going to be a feat to be beaten here. We're coming to 3, so this should be 2 laps to go here tonight from Austria. Oh goodness gracious, Lucas Barnett, 0.02 seconds for the battle for the race lead. Nico Colby, he's right there with them. Marvin Samayoa, he's continued to play some nice defense here tonight as well. Trying to catch each and every single battle here on the track. It's hard because right now drivers position 1 through 13 are all separated by less than 0.23 seconds within each other. It's not within 13th, 14th, 15th. You start having to look a little bit further back. Well, then you start to look up here within these drivers that are separated by just a couple tenths of a second. It's starting to look like the new Mario Kart here tonight. If you start to run this close here within your co-drivers and co-counterparts, well, it's just a matter of time before there is contact. We've already seen contact from Nico Colby once tonight. Will we see it again? This is up and looking at the battle for the race lead. Oh boy, okay. Trying my hardest I can to catch my breath for the final time here tonight. Marvin Samayoa continued to play that Super Bowl-esque defense over Nathaniel Redmond. Stone Colby, he's going to fall back to P5 after what was no contact earlier on in the race, but no harm, no foul there for Stone as he continues to be our points leader. Jake Steckler sits second within the points, and Joe Rainey within third. Back up here to the battle for the race lead, coming to the white flag lap here tonight. Who has it here? Does Nico Colby have the patience from his big brother Stone, as we will continue to see a big run here heading into turn 1 for the final time here tonight? We continue to see Lucas Barnett. Oh, he's going to play the breaking of the draft. He's going to play the cleanest defense of them all. Barnett, he's looking for the double race sweep after winning just a week ago from Brands Hatch and the Apex Motor Club Sim Racing League. Marvin Samayoa, he's starting to smell he's starting to smell blood in the water if he was a shark. Redmond, after leading laps earlier on this race, falls back to P4. What happens here tonight for the final lap, for the final turn? Nico Colby, he's going to run wide. He's going to try and set up the crossover move here. No, Nico, no, he's got it set. But here we go. Here comes the crossover back for Lucas Barnett. This is going to be a big move here into what is our final hardest braking zone here of the track. Nico Colby looks like he's got the preferred braking line, but Lucas Barnett, he's got the more aggressive braking line. Barnett to the race lead on the final time here tonight. Does Nico Colby have a final run for it here? He's going to get down around the outside of Barnett. Nico Colby, he's going to try and possibly set up the crossover move one more time here tonight as we are running out of passing opportunities. Samayoa, oh boy, Redmond's going to have contact as well. No, these drivers keeping it clean, green, and mean. Barnett here, 2 more turns to go. Does Nico Colby have what it takes? Will Nico Colby make a pass for the race win? Will Nico Colby make contact for the race win? Side by side, 2 corners to go, 1 more turn, 1 more opportunity. Who gets it done for the Apex Motor Club Sim Racing League? There's contact. Colby runs wide. Barnett's gonna sweep him. Won a week ago. Barnett's gonna win this week as well. How about Samayoa? Marvin makes his way up to P2 on the white flag lap of the race. On the final turn of the race, Nico runs wide as we have Hurricane Aaron happening here in the turn number 1. Joey Rainey's going to finish it out P4, Nico P3, P4, Stone P3, Marvin P2, and Lucas Barnett P1, our race winner here. Thank you all for joining in on Sam Studio Network. Before we get some driver interviews as well as the rest of the field, let's take a last look at this white flag lap. Not the whole lap, but I mean the passing, the back and forth. Here we go. This is when it all started to ensue for Nico Colby and Lucas Barnett. Lucas, he did it down the inside. This is when I thought there was contact between our 2 front runners. They were somehow able to keep it clean, green, and mean. Nico Colby, that was the final corner there. Nico had to overcorrect the car. He loses all the speed and momentum he had coming to the stripe. And Stone Colby's going to take away the final driver interview spot on out of the last turn. One more look at it here, and we're going to slow and mow this puppy down. Matter of fact, going to hop on board with Nico Colby here, because that was just what a race here, side by side, coming to the stripe. And look at this. This is when Nico Colby tries to turn in here. Nico, this is the racecraft that we see, even at, how old is he? Nico Colby, he realizes that he was about to make contact with Lucas Barnett coming out of the last turn for the race lead. Nico, he overcorrects the wheel there. He's going to lose all of his speed, all of his momentum. He loses P2 to Marvin Samayoa there. Loses P3 to Big Brother Stone coming to the line. And look at that battle right behind him as well, side by side. I mean, Joey Rainey barely beating out Nathaniel Redmond out the line. Slater Colby coming to P7. Jake Steckler, Samuel Cruz, and Taylor Thompson rounding out that top 10. Goodness gracious. Just look at this battle that was right behind this battle for the race lead. There's the 3 wide for Joey Rainey. Joey slots it down the inside of Stone. Looks like Slater Colby going to finish right there behind this pack, coming across the start-finish line for the final time. Stick with us here. We'll get you some live driver interviews and these official race results here in just a few moments' time on Sam Studio Network. All right, if SDK is SDKing it up just correctly here, Lucas Barnett's going to take away the race win. Marvin Samayoa taking away place number 2. Stone Colby, our final podium spot there. It's going to that's vehiclebuyers.com machine. Nico's going to take away P4. Joey Rainey for Rainey Homes Racing, take away P5. Nathaniel Redmond, after leading quite a few laps here tonight, he's going to take away P6. Slater Colby, after that's just another tough start to the race for that Colby Car Co. machine, I believe that is. He'll take away P7. Jake Steckler, Taylor Thompson, Joe Rainey, Charlie Ferrier, Brandon Birch, Victor Ling, Connor T. Cunningham, Andrew Hurley, Jason Holcomb, Samuel Cruz, Darren Colby, Dwight Cable, Andrew Bound running at the top 20. Rob Sweetster, John Mellencamp, and Noah Blackwell, the Spicy Egg Roll, bringing home P23 here tonight. So mosey my way on over to the live driver interview room. I appreciate every single one of you joining here tonight. Hey boys, how's it going? And Lucas, man, oh man, race winner here tonight. How's it going? You got yourself a copy?
Yep, I got you. Going well.
All right, well, Lucas, congratulations on another race win here tonight in the Apex MX-5 Sim Racing Series. You're going to go back-to-back, man. What's going through your mind right now?
Man, this is an interesting track. It's a lot of drafting, and just got to be patient, got to be comfortable in second place. Honestly, I hate being in first place at this track. Until the last lap, of course.
Man, we saw that quite a few times here tonight on the track. I was like, I think we're seeing some patience start to work here tonight. And, well, we saw it up until the white flag lap. Man, oh man, what a battle there between you and the old Nico Kolbster. Very nice, clean, calm, and cordial battling up there up until the final turn. Looks like Nico almost had it for you, just overcorrected a little bit, and that'll be all she wrote. Lucas Barnett, congratulations on your win. Who makes it all possible? Is there anybody who'd like to shout out?
Yeah, just the crew here. I mean, that's some clean racing, and you don't get that a lot. So, yeah, it's just the boys that we're driving with.
Lucas, congratulations once again on the race win, and man, that was a lot of fun to watch here. Can't wait until I can eventually make my way out there back onto the old virtual circuit with you. I don't think I'll be anywhere near you though. Congrats again, and don't celebrate too hard tonight on the old back-to-back.
All right, thank you.
Gotcha, Lucas. Congrats once again. That's a real-life driver right there taking it to us in the sim world. Marvin Samayo, how about it after a little bit of beating, a little bit of banging, a little bit of side-by-side on Marvin's side. Marvin's going to bring it home P2 tonight. Marvin, you got yourself a copy, man.
Thank you, Sean. Yeah, man, that was a rough race. I did not have a great start at the beginning, dropped down to 7th, and then try to slowly be patient my way towards the front, and then that last lap, I really turned up the heat. Yeah, it was a wild race. I loved it though, but man, that was intense.
Man, a lot of fun to watch. I couldn't imagine there behind the wheel, and I tried to catch as much as I could there of that immaculate battle here. I'll bring it up here while we're. Oops, excuse me. No, Nico is not second. Marvin, you are second, and I'll sort of have this replay going at this whole last lap here as I'm talking here with you in your interview. I mean, this is how many times we've seen you time and time again have so much pace in these Mazda MX-5s, and what does a track like the Red Bull Ring really, how does it differentiate in a track sort of like last week we ran like Brands Hatch?
I mean, it's races similar with the way that you carry the momentum into the corners, but the one main difference is the fact that there's a lot of incident penalties if you cut a certain corner, which I think is a little bit too egregious, but that's what makes it tough. And I know a lot of the leaders, including myself, were at the very edge of trying to prevent that from kicking us out and get a black flag. But yeah, it was a good race. I like this track a lot. First time in an MX-5, and yeah, hopefully we can do some GT4 and 3 action here.
Well, Marvin, I appreciate you taking the time to join us here in the driver interview booth. Real quick, before we let you get going, who would like to thank, man?
I'd like to thank my parents, my wife Taylor for designing the scheme, for support, you as well, because you do great commentating, I should know, because I've worked with you. So definitely shout out to you, Sean. Definitely want to thank everybody, Nico, Kobe, all the Kobe's, the Rainies, everybody in this league, because with every new driver, they always set the bar even higher and higher, and it helps me push even higher and higher to try to reach up there. And yeah, I love battling with the guys, so absolutely.
Well, Marvin, have a great rest of your night, man.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
I appreciate it, and congrats again on the podium finish. We got 2 more driver interviews. Stone, Slater, I'm sorry that I'm keeping you waiting so long, but Stone, we'll work our way down to P3. How about you, man? Got yourself a copy?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All righty, man. How about the old last 2 turns there? Now, a little bit of beating, a little bit of banging. What was going through your mind there as you saw that sort of ensue right in front of you?
Only thing I saw was 3rd place, to be honest with you. I wanted it. That was quite the battle there the last, 5, 6 laps. It was a lot of fun. Banging doors and bumpers, and I was trying to get Nathaniel's bumper when he went all sketchy into the dirt, but or not even into the dirt, into the corner, but he was too squirrely for me to bump him, so then I went around him, and then Joey got a run from hell. which made us go 3 wide into that second to last corner. But I knew since he was in the inside, he was going to push out wide. So I cut him beneath him, and I was like, I don't care if I hit that outside wall or what happens. I'm going to go for it. And it worked out, and then unfortunately Nico didn't get a good run, and you know, I wanted to be a good brother and bump him, but it was for 3rd place, so I just kind of had to send it.
Yeah, man, that was perfectly timed there. You were talking about it there. Not only Joey sending it in there, but you got to turn a little right on the wheel to make your way out of P3 coming to the line. Good boy, that was a lot of fun to watch, Stone. Congrats on the podium finish here once again. Continue to lead us here in the points, even in the Apex Motor Club Sim Racing Series. Stone, who we shouting out here tonight? Who makes it possible for you?
Obviously you for broadcasting every week. It's always fun to watch back, and Overstock Vehicles, VehicleBuyers.com, and all the guys that show up every week to race these races. We're getting a lot of, you know, traction on the social media, and you know, getting people like Lucas in here that are fast drivers and making it more interesting. And all in all, it's a lot of respectful driving. It's, you know, very rarely do people do kind of stupid stuff, so that's the most fun part about it. You know, we can bang into each other, but you know, it's still all fun at the end because it's respectful. And yeah, no, just friends and family for watching, and yeah, everybody showing out every single week. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun.
No, it's a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to race, and like you said, Stone, it's Mazda MX-5 racing. We're gonna get a little bit of beat, a little bit of banging here.
All right, yeah, that's what makes it fun.
Exactly, man, exactly. Well, Stone, congratulations here on once again the podium finish. I'll let you get cooling off here. Got one more live driver interview, and that's gonna be the league owners here tonight. Slater, how's it going, man? Got yourself a copy? Oh, is he?
Oh, I don't think he's in here.
No, Slater, boo. Okay, well,
I can go grab him if you want.
I'm sure he's got, if you want, but I don't know, Stone. You can just tell him I appreciate all that he does here behind the scenes for the social medias and all that.
I gotcha.
All right, well, Stone, I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your night. Marvin, congratulations, as well as Lucas. Congrats on the race win here tonight. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll go ahead and catch you tomorrow night for some West Coast sim racing action. Thanks, everybody.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
guys.
everybody.